Right now, someone with a problem you solve is typing a question into ChatGPT instead of Google. They're asking it who they should hire, what service they should use, which expert they should trust. And the AI is giving them a confident answer that either includes you or doesn't. If the answer doesn't include you, that client is gone. You never saw them. You never knew they were looking. The AI handed them to someone else, and the conversation ended before it started. This is the single biggest shift in how clients find services in the last 10 years, and most service-based business owners are still optimizing for a search behavior that half their market stopped using. I'm going to walk through 3 things in this episode: what's actually happening to search right now, and the 3 games running at once, the 5 priorities that get your business found in any of those games, and the specific AI shortcuts that let one person build the kind of presence that used to require a marketing team. This is a long one because the topic deserves it. The way you get found in 2026 is the difference between a business with inbound and a business chasing every lead. It's worth the depth. The way search is changing affects you no matter where you are in the world. Potential clients in Sao Paulo are searching in Portuguese. Clients in Delhi are searching in Hindi and English. Clients in Abidjan are searching in French. And every one of those searches is increasingly running through an AI layer. If you don't show up when the model generates its answer, you don't exist for that client, period. So the playbook I'm laying out works in every market and every language. Welcome to Seed in Society. I'm Makeda Boehm. I've closed nearly $10 million in tech sales over 4 years, earned 7 figures doing it, and here I teach service-based business owners how to use AI, automations, systems, and agents to create more money, time, and options. AI is moving at the speed of daily, and I help you keep up. Let me lay out the landscape first, because the context makes the tactics make sense. Search traffic is splitting into 3 games. Most service-based business owners are playing only one of them and don't know the other 2 exist. Game 1 is traditional SEO, search engine optimization. This has been the game for 20 years. You create content that search engines can index, optimize it for keywords people type, and try to rank on the first page of results. This still matters. Traditional search isn't dead. People still Google things, but the ranking signals have shifted, and the click-through rates from search results are dropping as the second and third games take more of the traffic. Game 2 is AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. This is the discipline of structuring your content so that AI-powered search tools pull from it when they generate answers. Google's AI overviews, Perplexity, Bing Copilot. When someone asks a question and the AI generates a summarized answer at the top of the page, it's pulling from content that was structured to be easily parsed. If your content isn't structured that way, you're invisible in that layer. Even when you're ranking on the first page of traditional search, if you're not in the AI summary, the user often never scrolls down to see your link. Game 3 is GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. This is broader and newer. It's about being cited by the large language models themselves, not just the search platforms. When someone opens ChatGPT or Claude and asks for a recommendation in your category, the answer comes from what the model was trained on and what it retrieves from the web at runtime. If your content is cited frequently, structured clearly, and consistent across the web, you're more likely to be in that answer. If it isn't, you're not in the conversation at all. The user will never know you exist. 3 games running simultaneously. Most service-based business owners are playing only one. Now, let me say why this matters for your specific type of business. Because service businesses are affected differently than product businesses or e-commerce. Service businesses sell expertise. You are the product. When a potential client is trying to understand a problem in your domain, they're increasingly asking an AI. They want to understand the landscape before they ever hire someone. They want to feel like they did their research. They want to be educated before they call. The business owner who has created clear, authoritative, well-structured content on the questions people in their market are asking will be present in that conversation. They'll be the expert the AI cites. They'll be the name in the answer. The business owner who hasn't will be invisible, not because they're less qualified, because the AI has no evidence of their existence. Let me make this concrete with examples your audience can map to their own work. If you're a consultant specializing in supply chain optimization, someone asking ChatGPT, how do I reduce my supplier risk, might get back a paragraph that references your published framework, cites your article, or names you as a practitioner who has written about this. That's a warm lead who already encountered your thinking before they ever land on your website. If you're a therapist specializing in high-performance anxiety, someone asking an AI, what kind of therapist should I work with? If I'm a startup founder dealing with burnout, could get back an answer that describes your specialty, your approach, and your content. Again, a warm lead whose first exposure to you was through the AI. If you're a fractional CFO working with creative agencies, the founder of an agency in Cape Town asking ChatGPT, should I hire a fractional CFO and what should I look for, might get back guidance that names your framework. The first impression happened without you running an ad, sending a cold email, or ever appearing in their inbox. That's the new first touch. Not a social media post, not an ad, an AI answer. So how do you get there? 5 priorities in the order I'd build them. Priority 1, your primary content asset. Pick one primary long-form content channel, podcast, blog, or YouTube. Just one. This is where you publish substantive, detailed, expert content consistently, not promotional content, educational content, the kind that actually answers the questions people in your market are asking. If you're already doing this, great. If you're not, start here before anything else, because everything else distributes, repurposes, and amplifies what you create here. Without a primary asset, you're distributing nothing. Consistency matters more than volume. One well-structured piece per week, published reliably for 12 months, will outperform 10 mediocre pieces published sporadically. Pick the format that matches how you work. If you talk well off the cuff, podcast or video. If you write clearly, blog. If you can do both, video is the highest leverage choice because it gives you transcripts for written content and clips for short-form distribution. Priority 2, your website as an evidence repository. Your website is not a digital brochure. In 2026, it is the place where the AI gathers evidence of your expertise. It needs to contain your frameworks, your methodologies, your published thinking, not just your services list and your bio. Create a resources page or insight section. Every piece of content you publish should live here in text form, not just as a podcast player or a YouTube embed, as readable, indexable, structured text. AI tools parse text. A podcast episode that exists only as an audio file is largely invisible to the models. The transcript is what gets crawled. Add an FAQ section that directly answers the questions your ideal clients ask most often. Structure those answers clearly. Question at the top, direct answer in the first sentence, explanation following. That format is exactly what AI tools pull from when they generate answers. Add author bio metadata. Put your name, credentials, and links to your other content on every article. Search engines and AI models both use this to assess credibility. A piece written by a clearly identified expert with a body of work behind it weighs more than an anonymous post. Priority 3, your citations footprint. Get your name and your thinking published beyond your own domain. Guest articles on industry publications, quoted as an expert in relevant media, features in business publications in your niche, podcast appearances on other shows. Each external publication is a citation. Citations build authority in the eyes of both traditional search engines and AI models. The more credible places your thinking appears, the more the AI treats you as a primary source on your topic rather than a peripheral one. This is not about vanity metrics, it's about evidence accumulation. The AI is asking implicitly who has the most credible, consistent, widely cited perspective on this topic. You want the answer to include you. Practical move. Make a list of 10 publications, podcasts, or Substacks that reach your ideal client. Pitch one a month. Even getting placed in 5 out of 10 over 12 months changes your citation footprint dramatically, and AI-powered tools have made the pitching itself faster. A custom GPT or Claude project loaded with your frameworks can draft pitches that match a publication's voice and audience in 10 minutes. Priority 4, your Google business profile and professional directory listings. Complete them fully with real descriptions, real categories, real content. Your Google business profile should read like a description of your expertise, not just your contact information. Professional directories in your field matter too, and this gets overlooked constantly. If there's an association for your profession and they maintain a member directory, make sure your listing is detailed and current. The AI pulls from these directories when building a picture of practitioners in your field. Empty or outdated listings create gaps the AI fills with someone else's information. If you have credentials worth listing, list them. If you have a clear specialty within your category, name it. The directory listing is where your expertise gets confirmed by a third party in a way the AI trusts. Priority 5, your social presence as signal. Social media is the weakest of the 5 signals, but it's still a signal. What matters here is not your follower count, it's consistency and content quality over time. An account that has been publishing relevant, expert content for 18 months sends a different signal than an account that posts sporadically. LinkedIn specifically has become more important for service-based business owners because LinkedIn content appears in AI-generated search results through Bing, and the platform is increasingly treated as a primary source for professional expertise by the models. Post what you know. Write in your actual voice, be specific, be useful. The goal is not to go viral. The goal is to create a consistent record of your expertise that the AI can find when someone asks about your topic. Now let me give you the AI shortcuts that turn this from a full-time job into something one person can build alongside running a service business. Use an AI assistant to transcribe your thinking into structured content. 5 minutes of voice notes becomes a blog post. A 30-minute client call with the client's permission and any identifying details removed becomes a case study. Your existing presentations become written frameworks. Voice in, Structured content out. This is the same business brain workflow I covered in the last episode, applied to content production specifically. Use it to identify the questions people in your market are asking AI tools and search engines. Open perplexity. Search the questions you think your clients are asking. See what answers come back. See who's getting cited, then create content that directly answers those questions, often better and more specifically than what's currently surfacing. You're essentially pre-positioning yourself in the answers. Use it to audit your existing content for structure. Take an old blog post, paste it into Claude or ChatGPT. Ask, rewrite this with a clear question at the top, a direct answer in the first sentence, and supporting evidence after that, while keeping the content and voice intact. Most existing content can be restructured in 15 minutes per piece to perform dramatically better in AI answers without needing to be rewritten from scratch. Use it to localize. If you serve clients in multiple language markets, your content should appear in those languages. The translation pipeline is now a few cents per article and produces native quality output in the major languages. The same content asset becomes 5 language assets without you doing the work in each language. Let me speak directly to a question that's coming up. Doesn't this mean everyone is going to be doing the same thing and the noise just gets louder? No. Here's why. Almost nobody is actually doing this systematically. Most service-based business owners are still operating on the old playbook. SEO keywords, social posts, and a handful of testimonials. The number of people who are publishing structured, expert, consistent content with a citations footprint and complete directory listings is small. The window to be early in your specific niche is open right now in almost every category, in almost every language. I want to come back to something I touched on in episode 11 because it connects directly here. Your audience is yours. The platform is rented. When you build a content asset and a citations footprint, you're building something the AI will find no matter what platform changes happen next. You're not depending on a feed algorithm. You're not depending on an ad budget. You're building inbound that compounds. The businesses that build this infrastructure now will be the businesses the AI recommends 6 months from now. The ones that don't will wonder why their referral volume is declining, even though they're doing everything right by the old playbook. The old playbook has expired. The new one is available, and it runs on the same AI tools you're already paying for. When the AI knows your business exists and can speak about it accurately, you get found by clients you never had to chase. That's more money. You get found without running ads. That's more time. And you get a pipeline that works while you're sleeping or with your family. That's more options. Find everything you need to make more money, time, and options in your service-based business at seedinsociety.com. Sign up for the newsletter, find every AI tool I use and recommend, check out the blog for even more breakdowns, or do the free AI employee report, all in one place. And if you enjoyed this show and got value from it, I'd appreciate it if you could rate and leave a review. That helps this free education reach more people, or share it with someone you know needs it. Until next time, continue planting the seeds for a better society.